Shoops. Well, um, they're both dead draws at different times. It's like I don't know. There's definitely some arguments to be made on both ways. Personally, I like the fact that it's an artifact and I can pick it up with Pio. And I like what Key does with Top and Mana Vault. So I'm a personally really big on the not Storm cards, but the Storm cards certainly have their upsides as well. This hand is a little weak to shops, but we have a good amount of mana, so yeah, that resolves. That's really bad. I could maybe have countered that. I typically do not use my Force of Will unless don't use my Force of Will unless it's going to be backbreaking in this matchup. I'm still just gonna play Island though. They have a lot more than 6 mana on turn 1, actually. It's not exactly the evaluation I would give for that. I think that's like, oh, Strip Mine, huh? Great Magic card. He only has 3 cards in his hand. I'm still not countering Ravager. I want to counter a Null Rod or a Sphere or a Tangle Wire. Yikes. What's your last card, friend? Nothing? I like nothing. Alright, we have a chance here. One's not dead. That was not the draw we were looking for. In case anyone was wondering. That wasn't it. I'm gonna PO for 2. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a fog, which I don't hate. Swear to God, if we get wastelanded though, I'm gonna be sad, man. Resolves. Yes. All right. He's got nothing. Whew. Okay. So we take 4, maybe 5, maybe 6. Yeah, 6. Okay. That puts us to 9. Counters to 8. He's got lethal next turn, so we have to hold up Hurkyl's Recall. That's a good draw for doing such a thing. I do need more Moxen, but I also need spells that do something. Alright, I mean, that's a guy. I have a Mana Gorger Hydra. What say you? I don't really want to... I don't really want to do it in combat, but I don't really want to die to a Ballista off the top, so we're just going to do it in combat. Guess I should pay attention for a Soul Ring. So, at least we get to make a big Hydra here, which kind of is nice. Resolves. No! He drew Wasteland for the turn. Yikes. Good draw. Certainly a good draw. So we are still going to die to the stupid Arcbound Ravager now, though. Not right now, but, you know, in the near future, we'll be dead to it. Another Wasteland. Brilliant! That's a good draw. What you got for me, friend? Whew, whew. Oh, baby. We're gonna be one short of infinite turns next turn. We can peel for a bunch, though. Do we die on this next swing? We block Ravager. 3 counters, 4 counters. We don't die, but we can't crack our fetch. Not ideal. Not ideal. We block Inspector. He pumps onto Ravager. That's fine, but also not ideal. What we can do is we can no, we can't really top because I don't want to afford. We can't really afford to use a mana next turn. I guess we don't need to top because we can crack. So, still not good. Still not good. You don't have any mana left. I should have used that floating mana to untap my Soul Ring. That was a pretty big mistake. Wow, I just missed that completely. A very large mistake I made. Should have used the floating mana to untap with the Soul Ring so I would have 1 extra mana floating, which would let me Demonic Tutor this turn. Which would let me Time Vault and kill him. So, could be a lethal punt for sure. Could be a lethal punt. Even if we take Demonic, I don't know. We're gonna have to see how we're gonna leave it as is, I think. Likely Demonic Time Walking if he lets us. I think his best play is attack with everything, activate Overseer, and sack the Ravager onto the Inspector and put me to 1, which is not actually lethal, but him drawing another land is nice. It is part of our master plan. I think his attack is good here. I think if I were him, I would attack all, and if I block the Ravager, yeah. Oh. Am I missing a lethal attack? No. Pumps goes to 5, sack to 8. Oh, it is just lethal there. So I have to block the Inspector. You can go all onto the Inspector if you'd like. Looks like that's the plan. 9-8 Inspector. So I'm going to activate top to get the free mana. And that leaves us 1 mana short of going just for Time Vault. We've already used Hurkyl's Recall. 1 mana short of Tinker for Blightsteel. Pretty short for Repeal. Am I just getting Ancestral and hoping we do good? Seems like that's the plan. We only have 2 mana, so there's no yogging. Lotus is in the yard, yeah. We don't have enough mana. Oh, untap Sol Ring. I mean, yeah. I don't know why I'm missing all the untapped Sol Ring lines today. Just really not all here at the moment. Sorry about that, chat. It's a pretty straightforward line. We have both Tolarian and Lotus in our yard. See if we can figure out the best line from here, though. It's probably just PO to start. Yeah, PO into Vault Key combo. Am I short? Am I short again? I'm on 1 short again? Yeah, I'm 1 short again. I can Hercules recall him and set it up for next turn. Fine. Yeah, 1 short. Oh no, I can tinker, right? No, I'm 1 short still. God damn it. I'm just gonna... Is there a better line than that? I already took the line. Is there a better line? Not playing very well. Not playing very well at all. Well, then we would be tinkering for Blightsteel. We need to put both into play. So the downside to this line is if he draws a... Yeah. I can untap Vault Key. I just want to think out which line I want to do. I guess Blightsteel is the best line because of... No, we won't have a Hercules recall. I'm trying to think of a more deterministic line. Well, we have a Force of Will, so we can counter anything. So this line is deterministic. Never mind. We're gonna grab our Time Vault. We're going to Hercules recall our opponent, and then we have a Force of Will for a Null Rod or a Revoker, and we have infinite turns. That was really bad. That was so bad. It was just like I missed 2 very just like very straightforward Voltaic key lines, and it's just been really disappointing. Ugh. Is there a Snapcaster in this deck? Can anyone look at the list? Oh, whatever. I don't really care. Oh, I guess we're hard casting Blightsteel is what we're doing. It doesn't really matter how many we're very much just winning the game. Just making us play it out. Pretty sure we can cast Blightsteel this turn with having infinite with also attacking key. So Not really. I don't really want to show him anything more than what's happening right now. So. I tanked for a long time there. I used a lot of clock, so maybe he's just trying to clock us out. I don't really know. We're gonna bring in our Hercules recalls. We're gonna bring in our island. I'm gonna take out my Leovold, and I'm taking out my Mental Misstep, and I am taking out. I don't really think I want to bring in Abrupt Decays, to be perfectly honest with you. I want to take out Knight's Whisper and Sylvan Library, and Abrupt Decays might be better than Dig Through Time, though. Probably better than Preordain as well. I'm gonna go with this. Not thrilled. Yeah. So a lot of the times the skipping a turn with Time Vault will come up when your opponent has a Tangle Wire or a Smokestack. It doesn't come up so much anymore that Stacks is not really a big deck. I think I've also skipped a turn versus like an Energy Flux at one point. I don't really remember why. I've skipped a turn. I might have naturally skipped a turn like once or twice in like a blue matchup where I thought I wanted a second turn to be able to go off. So like I skipped a turn and then at the end of his turn I tried to PO, went to my turn, tried to PO, countered, took an extra turn. On the third turn I PO'd and that was good enough. So it comes up. It just doesn't come up that often. It used to come up a lot more with Smokestack and Tangle Wire. Because then you're actually gaining like a pretty large benefit. Jesus Christ, this hand's insane. Yeah, keep. Nuts. Actually nuts hand. It's not the greatest against a turn 1 sphere effect from shops, but like it's really good otherwise, so. He mulled a 5, so a little bit lower of a turn 1 sphere. Turn 1 sphere? Nope, not turn 1 sphere, so he's pretty much dead. Well, we might still have a turn 1 sphere. Shouldn't have said that. Alright, so there's a sphere. Luckily, one of our lands is a fetch land. I have to wet. And he only has 1 card in hand. I think I'd rather get this Opal in play than play a fetch land and protect against Wasteland. It lets us tinker, is what it does. The lodestone? Okay, it wasn't a lodestone, so that's good. So we can put a Blightsteel in play. Oh, never mind. He has Strip Mine. That's very unfortunate for us. We can afford to get an island here and try to play around Wastelands off the top. We're getting closer. He drew a pretty good 5. It's like a very good 5. His first draw must have been pretty good too. I think he should maybe eat this Mana Crypt at some point here. So now, yikes. I would rather not get a Blightsteel, honestly. I'd be much happier with just taking infinite turns. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still a lot. Pretty sure I'm starting with this. Opens up a lot of mana. Do I have enough mana? Cost 4 to tinker, 2 to key is 6, 1 to activate is 7. We're currently at 6. Of course we're currently at 6. I think I might just Ancestral and see if we can get any. 6. This costs 4. 2 is 6. 7 costs 7. We currently do have black green. Black green is still 7. 3, 4, 5. Black green, nah, it costs 8. I'm just trying to weigh the merits of casting Ancestral Recall here. They seem reasonable, to be honest. But getting us a Hurkyl's Recall is like kind of nuts. How are we looking at now? We currently still need 5 mana, and this is currently 4 mana, so still short. Let's just put our Lotus into play. We have the backup of Abrupt Decay, so we should be pretty reasonable here. The only really way we die is a Walking Ballista. No, I'm not untapped. What I'm counting for is Tinker for Time Vault. So we have to hold the key mana. All right, we won the game, so it's fine. Yeah, what I was counting for was Time Vault, Tinker Time Vault. So there was no activating. All right, so we just win the game. He didn't draw anything off the top that would make a change our clocks or anything. Now we're just comboing, doing our thing, taking every turn. Alright, he's done. As he should be. Alright. Classic Shops. Our matchup for Shops is very nice. His hand was pretty reasonable too. One of the better 5s he can have without it being just like Shop 3 ball. Not bad.